Browser options. Okay, so Selenium WebDriver offers a few options that we can perform before our test case execution. In most projects, it is common to maximize the browser in which the test cases will be executed in. Okay, and Selenium WebDriver also provides additional options such as clearing cookies before running your tests so that you can get more accurate results. Now, there are other options that we can implement into our test cases, but we will visit those options later once we get more familiar with Selenium. Okay, but for now, let's go into VS Code. I'm going to create a new class in the automation package here. So I'm going to right click, click new file. I'm going to call this class browser. Let's call this browser options, just like this, .java. And here we go. Okay, so I'm going to create a main method here, and inside this main method I need to instantiate the browser that we want to use. So let's use Chrome browser. So I'm going to make a reference to the WebDriver as we did in the previous video, and a reference to the Chrome driver class like this. Now, if you get an error here like I did, it's okay, don't panic. Just know that we have to, or remember that we have to import the WebDriver interface from the Selenium library, and then you should be good. Okay, you may also have to import the Chrome driver class as well. For me, it was automatically imported. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and close this class here. It's good practice to close the classes that you're not working on. Okay, so anyway, here I'm expecting a Chrome browser to open. Okay, I'm expecting Chrome browser to instantiate with this statement as we discussed in the previous video. Now, I'm going to navigate to a website. I'm going to say driver.get. Okay, and here we need a string argument. So I'm going to be using this Chroma Tech School Management System site that is also shared with you in the description of this video. And you know what, to kind of write somewhat cleaner code, I'll store this in a string, call it URL, and I'll paste the URL like this. Okay, so that then I can just use the reference variable here, URL, like this. Okay, so with this code, I'm expecting Chrome browser to instantiate, and I'm expecting Selenium WebDriver to navigate to this website. I'm going to go ahead and run this code to see if it works. So I'm running this, Chrome browser instantiates, and Selenium WebDriver navigated to this website. Wonderful. Okay, now let's navigate, actually let's maximize this browser, but let's maximize this browser before Selenium navigates to a website. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and close this before doing driver.get or even declaring this string argument here. After instantiating the Chrome driver here, let's go ahead and use the driver. So let's say driver.manage.window.maximize. Okay, so there's a method called maximize. Okay, and this right here is kind of like method chaining. So we have to do driver.manage.window.maximize. Okay, and this statement here, okay, using this method here, I'm expecting the browser to maximize. Now, if I delete this method, if you're curious, after window, you can just enter dot, and you can kind of see the other methods available from Selenium. So for example, you could also minimize a browser if you needed to, in case, you know, that's what your test case requires you to do. Okay, but for right now, we're just going to maximize. Okay, so let's go ahead and write a comment here. Let's say maximizing browser, okay, by using, let's see, maximize method. Okay, just like this. So now let's go ahead and run this program and let's see what happens. Okay, so Chrome browser instantiates, and as you saw, Selenium was able to maximize this browser, and then Selenium navigated to this website, and that's exactly what we wanted to do. Okay, now before proceeding as well, it's also good practice to delete cookies from your browser before of running your test, so that you may get more accurate results and you don't have any information there that's saved and giving you results that you're really not looking for. Okay, so here what I'll go ahead and do is I'll do driver.manage.delete all cookies. Okay, so we're using the manage pretty much method here, or actually interface, but it looks like a method, we'll do manage dot, and you see you have different options here. You can add cookies, you can delete all cookies, you can delete a specific cookie, you can delete a cookie named something, and so forth. Okay, it's always just best practice to delete all cookies just like this. Now with this statement, you're not going to see anything happen. You're not going to see the cookies being deleted, but the cookies will be deleted. And that way the browser that Selenium will be using won't have any information saved. Okay, so this is good. For example, you'll notice that sometimes when you use your own websites, for example, let's say you're logging into your bank account, sometimes when you use your browser, you see that your information was already cached. Okay, so you see your username there, maybe your password is populated already. You may not want that with your Selenium test cases. Okay, you want it to be a clear, clean page. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and run this. And again, you won't see anything happen with this statement, but cookies will be deleted. So I'm going to go ahead and run this. And browser instantiates, it maximizes, and bam, we are there. Okay, so good job if you were able to run this. Again, I would like to make a comment for those of you using Macs. You'll notice that every time you're running your code, you'll see on the bottom in the docking station that you'll see a lot of Chrome browser desktop icons. Go ahead and just right click and quit all of them. Okay, you'll just have to keep doing that until we discuss different ways to close a browser. Okay, so just do right click quit all or force quit so that it doesn't eat up your RAM on your laptop. Okay, so for now, go ahead and write this code out. We've been able to maximize our browser, delete all cookies, and we've been able to navigate to the website that we want to use.